Hey everyone, this is Thecos. I've been hyped up for Spiel this year for months. Seriously, I've been looking forward to it for so long, and I did a lot of preparation leading up to the fair. Most of that probably isn't visible from the outside, but there was quite a bit going on behind the scenes, checking out all the upcoming games, writing to publishers and designers whose games I was particularly interested in, making sure I could get copies or meetings lined up, and of course planning to catch up with people I already know and really enjoy meeting every year. And of course, there was all the pre-fair excitement with my friend Knippser, who joined me for Spiel this year. You might have seen him behind the camera. He's responsible for most of the footage in this video. So huge thanks to him for his help and support. And with that, let's dive right into Spiel 2025. Alright, so let's give this a try. This is actually with my new camera. You've seen a few videos already with that camera, like overhead videos, but I'm also going to use it for my vlogging now for Spiel. So welcome to this video. This is most likely the first thing that you will see in this vlog video, because I want to show you like what I've been like starting to prepare here that I am packing here. So you see a bag of a lot of games. It's like the bag is almost full with games here. It sounds a little bit stupid, but to be honest, most of these games actually are already for Spiel, right? These are already part of my haul. So I will like actually take a look at these games as well. I'll show you like what I've got already. So that's like the first part of my loot haul actually, because I've been receiving a few things either via review copies or I just purchased them myself, like Aqualuma. These lanyards, these are really cool. These came out really well. Look at them, like live here. These look really great. I absolutely love them. These look amazing. And yeah, here's like my ID and everything. So yeah, very, very cool. Actually, I had like a different text on here. I had like the text like visit my YouTube channel, I think. But someone in the comments said like that's just to my text. You can't really see it. So I just said scan me, right? So yeah, really cool. And then just like everything else you need here regarding just food, drinks, and like this bag here is the most interesting one probably because it took like all my YouTube stuff with me here, as you can see, right? So this is like my bag. I'm not going to open it now because it was really hard to pack, but in here I have like my old tripods. I have my new one, that is the new and shiny tripod for the new camera. I have the microphone in here and the lighting and all of that stuff. So I am theoretically able to also record videos at Spiel. I probably will not do that, but I could. And then, of course, just an additional bag. This is actually like a board game bag I backed on Kickstarter. It's like a small black bag that you can just carry like that, right? But you can also like make it larger. So it's like as large as this bag here, right? Approximately. So that's pretty cool. So as you can see, I've been busy like packing all of that stuff. I'm almost done. That's my first video for Spiel here. I'm still like kind of trying to like get the camera to work, but actually it's pretty good. I really like this one here. That's the camera that I also use for like all my board game videos. So the next part of the video will probably be like at noon tomorrow when I will be picked up by my friend, and then we will like pack everything in the car and get driving. So we need like about like 3.5 to 4 hours with the car if we don't have any issues regarding traffic or whatever, right? So yeah, let's see. All right, then I will see you tomorrow or at the latest at Spiel. And before I go, so just as an information, I have 3 microphones for this camera here. I have the built-in microphone, which I'm using right now. So I'm going to listen back to the playback and see like how good is the sound. If it's not great, then I will have to use like one of my other mics. I do have like this microphone, then I have like another one that is like good for like any sound you hear, right? And then I also have like my lavalier mics that you can actually clip on. So I'll have to see like if this sound is fine enough. If not, then I will have to use my lavalier mics, I suppose. All right, well then I will see you then. All right, I pretty much like done packing. See, like I also like put like my my lanyard thing like on the side of the backpack. My lanyards are just in there. So yeah, I've pretty much like packed everything, and I will be picked up in just about an hour. So I'll just finish up a few mails, and then I'll just pack my laptop and a few things in here, and then I'm ready for Spiel. So yeah, I'm ready to go in just a moment. And don't I look like an influencer now, filming myself in the mirror? All right, no, seriously. I will now just do the last few things. Get ready, pack the rest, make sure that everything is okay here in the apartment, and then I'll be off to Spiel. So looking forward to seeing you there. After a drive of about 5 hours, we finally arrived at our apartment in Essen. Actually, not quite in Essen, we were in Bochum this time. After getting some food, which unfortunately wasn't that great, we did the last few preparations for the upcoming days and then started settling in. The apartment we stayed in was actually really cool. It had 2 floors, though the upper one was just a single room, but that meant each of us had our own bedroom, which was really nice. The lighting wasn't perfect, but still good enough to play some games. On our first night, we used the time to test up all the equipment, the microphones, the camera, and everything else, just to make sure we were ready for Spiel. You'll probably see some of the test footage right now. After testing the gear, we played a session of Chlor, an abstract game by Tembo that I really enjoy. I showed it to Knippser, and he liked it so much that he actually bought his own copy the very next day at the fair. I had originally prepared my YouTube bag at home with all my lighting, tripods, microphones, the full setup. But in the end, I decided not to bring it. It would have helped a bit with lighting, sure, but honestly, every evening we were just exhausted. We didn't play all that much after the fair, to be honest. Just a little bit here and there to unwind. The apartment itself had plenty of space, which really helped. It's always nice to have a comfortable place to relax after long, busy days at Spiel. The only downside was that we weren't staying in Essen directly. We were in Bochum, about a 20-minute drive away. That doesn't sound bad, but the traffic every morning made it rough. Our days at the fair usually started out a bit stressful and frustrating, but we managed. All right, we just arrived in Bochum, which is like near Essen, a little while ago, and we're like about to go to bed. We just played a round of Chlor, which is a very, very cool game by Tembo. And this is actually my loot for the first day, although we weren't at the fair yet. The reason is I have like some review copies and also like one that I pre-ordered that I already got before Spiel. I took them with me because they're part of my Essen haul. And I also haven't played those yet, right? So, at least most of them. So, what I already got is Aqualuma. This is by Spiel. And this is like in English and German. It's a cooperative game with an underwater theme, so really cool. Really looking forward to bringing that to you. By the way, all of these games I will bring to the channel, right? Then I made you a mixtape. This is one of the 2 designers is Mike DeLisio from the Dice Tower, and he was so kind to give me a review copy of this. So really looking forward to testing this out. This is like a theme that really vibes with me, with like the cassette decks and whatever, right? I mean, I grew up with cassettes and I love music, which is like my biggest passion, even bigger than board games, believe it or not. So looking forward to that as well. And then Alley Cat Games was so generous to also give me 3 review copies of games that I wanted to get at Spiel. One of them is Timber Town. It's like a theme, like a beaver theme, where you like try to build up your town. This is a 2-player game, so not even a solo game. But either I will try to find one of my friends to play this with me on the channel, or I'll just give you a review of it. And also I got Barbecues and Tic Tac Trek. Barbecues, this is a dexterity game. Like the other dexterity game by Alley Cat Games is Tinder Blocks, and this one is like the theme is like even funnier because you have like this barbecue here, and you're like putting like stuff on the barbecue without it falling like to the bottom, right? So that is a pretty cool theme. And there is also like a veggie version of that, which is even funnier. And then we have Tic Tac Trek. There's like a new take on the game Tic Tac Toe, and I've played this one here already, and it's a pretty good one. Looking forward to bring that to you to the channel. And then I got like 4 games by Plate. I did have to cover shipping, but apart from that, I did get a few like these as review copies. I got Express Cross, which is like a roll and write. That looks quite interesting. You can't play it solo, but I guess you could also play it solo and just do like a score, beat your own score thing. Then we got Amsterdam, which is a pure solo thing. This is just a puzzle, but a puzzle where you can like play daily, right? So pretty cool as well. Then I got Thecos Flocati. This is a game by Knippser, I think from the 90s even, and this is like the version by Plate. A nice pushy luck game I'm looking forward to trying out. And then also I got Railway Chips. This is not a game per se, but this is like these are like chips, like small, like really tiny poker chips you can use for like counting points or money or whatever in board games. So really cool as well. So this is like my pre-Essen haul, so to speak. These are all games you can get at Spiel. But yeah, I just got them in advance, right? All right, well, then I will slowly go to bed, call it a night. We need to get up in like 5 to 6 hours. Well, actually, yeah, 6 to 7 hours. So we'll go to bed soon, and then tomorrow morning, we'll get ready for Spiel. I will see you there. For you, it will be just a few seconds. For me, it will be a little bit longer. All right, then, see you then. The next morning on Thursday, the city was absolutely packed. What's usually a 20-minute drive turned into more than an hour. You could already feel the buzz of Spiel everywhere. People rushing to get to the halls, excitement in the air, and traffic jams all around. It just felt great being back at Spiel again. We were really hyped and so ready to see what was awaiting us this year. When we first arrived at the fair, I started by visiting a few booths that were high on my list, mostly to pick up some smaller games I really wanted, while also taking in the general atmosphere. The fair was totally sold out again this year, but interestingly, it didn't feel quite as crowded as last year. I think that's mainly because of the 2 new halls they added, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe we were just lucky. Of course, the main halls were still very busy, but overall I'd say it felt a little bit more comfortable than last year. Once we settled in, the day kicked off with some wonderful meetings. I met Shady from Impatience Games, which is always something I really enjoy. It's always great to catch up. I also got to learn the rules for Mayor of Chicago directly from the designer. Such a nice meeting and a great way to start the day. Later I met the team from Tempo Games and they even signed my copy of Chlor. This meeting is always one of the highlights of Spiel for me, every single year. After that I stopped by the booth of Board Game Circus to take a look at Stone Saga, which looks like a really promising cooperative survival game. I'm still debating whether to get it in English for the channel or go for the German version first. I will probably pick up the German one to see how it plays, and if I really enjoy it, I might grab the English version too. It looks fantastic and it should be released in 2026 if I'm not mistaken. We also checked out the booth for the Company of Heroes board game, which re-implements the video game in tabletop form. Knippser was very interested in that one, and I have to say it looked quite impressive, especially the battlefields. Not exactly my kind of game, but definitely cool to see. After that, we stopped by Patterson Games to take a look at distilled cocktails. We actually booked a meeting to play it later because I had pledged the project at a minimum level just to be able to get it through the pledge manager if I wanted to. I'm a huge distilled fan, but I wanted to see how this cocktails expansion plays first. And I really liked it. So I'll most likely get it along with the new big box that looks like a barrel. Such a cool idea. The team at Patterson Games was also incredibly friendly and nice to talk to. We also wanted to try Luthier there, but unfortunately all demo slots were already full for both days. That one also looks fantastic. Later on I met Molly from Flat Out Games, which was absolutely amazing. We had such a great conversation. I really hope to continue working together with them for a long time. Thank you very much, Molly, for having me. I also played a demo of Misfits, and of course I couldn't resist purchasing a copy right afterward. What a wholesome little stacking game. And the best part, I won. We were walking around a lot that day, like a lot. We took a few short breaks here and there, but there was hardly any place to sit. So we were on our feet the entire day, from the moment we entered the fair until we left again. That's easily 8 or 9 hours of standing and walking. It was very exhausting. Luckily, on the second day, on Friday, we actually managed to sit down for a bit at least. By the end of the first day, I had already managed to get most of the games I really wanted. There were some real highlights this year, though I wasn't that interested in the really big complex games this time. I ended up picking up a lot of small ones, and I think a few of them might turn out to be hidden gems. Let's see about that. Also, I'm not really proud of this one, but I bought all 6 of the new Wingspan bird packs. They weren't exactly cheap, but as a Wingspan collector I just had to get them. And as I mentioned earlier, I picked up the Endangered expansions that I had pre-ordered online. Mark from Grand Gamers Guild was kind enough to bring them to Spiel so I could pick them up there, which meant no shipping costs, which is always nice. I'm really looking forward to seeing all the new animals in those expansions, and I'll definitely make some videos about Endangered in the future because I really enjoyed that game. I've already brought you the playthrough of the tigers in the past, but I will also bring you the other animals sometime soon, I hope. After that, I played a short demo of Apex Carnivore. I offered to do a video on it and they agreed, so expect that video very soon, right before their GameFound campaign launches. Just like last year, I also walked by the booth for Agemonia and I'm really still debating whether or not I should get this game. I can get it a little bit cheaper than usual, but it's another huge box game and I still have 3 big campaign games waiting to be played. I'd really love to get it in English for the channel, but I'm not sure if I could even record it. It just takes up so much table space and is very long and complex, so I'm still debating that one. If any of you watching have played it already, please let me know in the comments whether you think it's worth getting. Later on I got to try Map Masters, a really neat little path building game. I'll definitely keep that one in mind for a possible later purchase. Luckily Knippser got a copy, so I can play it with him until then. And I also grabbed Burger Bros Blackjack, a cooperative blackjack game packed into a small box that looks like a lot of fun. I wanted to do a demo first, but in the end I just decided to buy it right away. Alright, so we just finished our first day at Essen, and yep, I bought way too much, more than I wanted to, but that's a given as usual. So let me just go through everything that I got here today. I will do a full unboxing when I'm back home. I probably will have seen the unboxing already when this video goes live here. So first of all, this is not really an Essen thing, but I talked to Grand Gamers Guild because I really like Endangered, and they gave me like all the expansions that were missing, and they brought to Essen for me. I purchased them online, and then instead of shipping them home, they brought them to me. So it's pretty cool. They're like all the expansions in here. They actually opened the box and put them all in here. You will see them in the unboxing then. Then also I got Misfits, really cool. This is like a stacking game of wooden pieces. It was quite pricey, but these are very small publishers, and it's a really cool game. I actually got to play it at Essen as well, so very, very nice as well. Then I got Tenby here. This was immediately sold out on the first day. I just got a copy because I actually had them reserve a copy for me. So I just picked it up after everything was sold. And yeah, there were quite a few people who were jealous of that. This is the Kickstarter version even, with a few expansions. So looking forward to checking that out. Really cool art style. Then I got Thecos, the new implementation of Renegade. I've heard really good things about Renegade, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this for the channel mainly, because I'm pretty sure that I will play this on the channel for all of you. Then I did something stupid. There are now new fan designed bird cards for Wingspan, a game that already has enough birds as it is, and I got all 6 of them, so that is absolutely stupid, especially since I could have bought them online and gotten a discount, and well, I got them now just because it's Wingspan, right? I don't know, you could probably put the stupidest crap in there, just write Wingspan on it and I would probably buy it, so yeah, great, that's wonderful. I just hope that the birds are cool. So then here, Can't Stop, a game that I really like, never had a copy so far, and this is the cool Saint Am edition. Where the box actually is the game board. Very, very cool. Looking forward to probably showing that to you as well. Then also from Plate Games, I got Penguin Party. This is another game by Knippser, and it's just a cute card stacking placement game. So looking forward to checking that out. And then I got Rebel Princess. I got it in German, but I got the expansion because this is an amazing game. Pretty much a re-implementation of Hearts, just better. And here's more princesses and more round cards and all that kind of stuff. Then I got a second copy of the Railway Chips, just because if you have 2 copies, you can put them all in one box and you have more of these poker chips. Not really necessary, but still cool. Then, this is a stupid one as well. Burger Bros. Blackjack. I went to Tim Fowers because I wanted to book a demo. Instead, I ended up buying the game. So, I never said that I only make good decisions. Then I got Apex Carnivores here. We actually had like a little demo with the creators of the game, and I really liked what I saw there. So I actually made a deal with them that they give me a review copy, and I bring that to you on the channel before the GameFound or Kickstarter. I think GameFound campaign goes live at the end of November, if I'm not mistaken. Then here, oh man, it's never gonna end. So too many games. Okay. Then I got Otter here, and also Capybara Crush. These look very cute. These are like card placement games. I think I talked about them in my most anticipated games for Essen. And these look really cute. You can also play them solo. So yes, you will see them on the channel as well, if I like them enough, which I hope I will. Okay, we're almost through. We almost got it. Then I got Cat in the Tower here. This is a dexterity game where you build this tower here, and you put like cats in the tower. And this is like similar to this how's it called? Rhino Hero, something like that. But like the theme is like much cooler, so I hope this is cool. And then almost last but not least, I got a Wild Venture. This is by Pika Games. And this is a pure two-player game, but as far as I know, they also just developed a solo mode for that. So looking forward to that. And because I do stupid things sometimes, I also got the sleeves, although I have like hundreds at home, and the wooden tokens, which are probably unnecessary, but you know what, you only live once. I also got like some stickers, so I guess that's something. And then tomorrow I'm gonna pick up Dungeons of Doria, the expansion, Arcane Abominations, I think it's called. And because Victor Ahrens, the designer of the game, was so happy about my video, he gifted me these magnetic map tile holders. I am planning to bring a campaign playthrough of Dungeons of Doria to the channel at some point, and then you will see these in action as well. Yeah, that's my loot of the first day. But good news, tomorrow I plan to only pick up 2, 3, or 4 games maximum. That's the plan. So yeah, whatever that means. I don't know if I will be able to. All right, well, then I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning. Well, for you, it will just a few seconds. I will hopefully get some sleep in this not so comfortable bed. All right, see you tomorrow. Friday started off a bit better. We had actually found a way to get to the fair much faster. Knippser had a really clever idea that worked out perfectly. I used that quiet time in the morning to grab 2 or 3 games that were still on my list. But mainly I was able to meet Benny from Board Game Raccoon in peace and quiet to catch up with him and the team. That's always one of my favorite meetings each year. Benny is such a kind person and a really talented designer with very unique ideas. I'm really looking forward to bringing more of his games to the channel. If you haven't already, check out Between Light and Shadow, Chapter 1, and Clue, Roll and Heist on my channel. He also showed me his upcoming designs, and honestly, they all look very interesting again. I can't wait to try them. I also picked up the expansion for Dungeons of Doria called Arcane Abominations. I'm really looking forward to playing that, and I'm very sure I'll bring you another playthrough of Dungeons of Doria, this time with even better quality, sometime soon, hopefully later this year or early next year. It was also really nice meeting Victor, the designer, at the fair. Of course, we also stopped by the booth of Louis Brew, but unfortunately the promos for Keep the Heroes Out were already gone. Still, they'll be included in the next expansion, which we will definitely back anyway. I also went back to Shady's booth again to get my copies of Arian and Nautilian signed. That means my entire Oniverse collection is now signed, either by Shady himself or by Elise, the artist behind the series. And also I met Igor Zuber again, just like every year. It was wonderful to see that his latest game, Wedding Seating Chart, has now found a publisher, and he gave me a review copy, so you'll see more about that game on the channel soon. And that wraps up the fair itself. But of course, no Spiel would be complete without taking a look at what I actually brought home. So I'll show you everything I got at the fair today on Friday. Some review copies, some purchases, and a few surprise finds. Hey everyone, I just entered my apartment. I was just dropped off here by my friend. And now, I just got home. I'm totally exhausted, but well, that's the way it is. And as you can see, I still got all my stuff here, right, that I need to put away. So what I will do now, I will just like take off my coat, a little bit of fresh air in here, and wash my hands. And then I just take out all the games that I got today on my second and last day at Spiel in Essen. And then I will just show you what I got today, right? All right, see you in a few seconds. All right, here's all my loot for today. So let us take a look at what I got here. So first of all, I got the Dungeons of Doria base game and upgrade pack. Like the base game upgrade pack, this is like a few map tiles are changed and things like that, so that is pretty cool. I really like having that. And then like one of my really big highlights of this year is Dungeons of Doria, like the expansion of Arcane Abominations. I backed it on GameFound. I'm really looking forward to that. There are new map tiles, there are new scenarios, new characters, new enemies, which is really great, and also like a new way to like track your HP and stuff like that. So really looking forward to that. Then we have the Vonage puzzle. I know this is like really hot right now. It's one of the very few like really hyped up or hot titles that I got, but I backed this on GameFound and I put like Essen as the delivery option here, I guess the pickup option. Very cool. This was already sold out when I got to the booth, but they of course still gave out like the GameFound editions. Then I went to Bottom Raccoon again, to my friend Benjamin Schultz, Benny, and he gave me For Between Light and Shadow, the second chapter. This is the German version, just for me to like take a look at that and test it and try that, to prepare a video. And as soon as the English version is done, which will be quite soon, I will also get that. And yes, I will bring you a video for that. If you haven't watched the first chapter yet, I highly suggest that you do. It's a very unique and very good game. And chapter 2 just looks as good, maybe even better. Let's see. Also from Benny, I got these two games here, Deep Space Dine and Schnitt Wortmenge Spiel. These are both in German for now, so I will most likely not to be able to bring you a video for these games to the channel. But let's see, maybe I will be able to in the future sometime. Then I also visited Igor Zuber again. I usually see him like each year as well, I would say. And he just published like his next game, like a wedding seating chart. It looks really nice, really adorable. It's a 2-player game, but you can also play it solo. So I would definitely bring you a review or playthrough to the channel as well. And then I also got Farmhand as well as Ohio Bob, both. This is like a solo game here, and this is a game for 2 to 4 players. I am not sure if you can, 2 to 5 players even. I'm not sure if you can not also play it as a solo game. I'm not quite sure, but this is like a trick-taking game with like a little bit of prediction and like psychological stuff, which is pretty cool. And this is like a pure solo game. This is like the wallet edition, which is really cool. But there is also like a small box version for 1 to 2 players. As far as I know, but this one is the 1-player version. And then, last but not least, these are not new games. If you know my channel, you know that I already own all the Oniverse games, and all my Oniverse games are signed by either Elise, the illustrator, or by Shady, the designer. And 2 games were missing: Nautillion and Arion. I already brought a playthrough of Nautillion to the channel. Arion is still missing. It will be coming quite sometime soon. And as you can see, I got like some really nice signatures here as well. Really proud of that, because now my entire Oniverse series collection is actually signed, which is absolutely amazing. And there's one more thing I want to show you. Not only did I get a cool bag here from my friends at Tembo for like the game Chlor, but also, I mean, you already know that I own Chlor, right? But they actually signed that as well. And although you may have seen it in my unboxing already, let me just show you how amazing this signature is. Because, come on, there we go. Look at this. Isn't that absolutely amazing? There we go, like the demon caught in that bottle. And then here, a really nice signature. Really cool. I absolutely love this. This is amazing. This is one of the nicest signatures that I got so far. So yeah, that's it. That was my vlog about Spiel. Yeah, it looks horrible here, so I will now spend quite some time to actually clean all of that up, and then I will just get ready. I don't know what I will do today. Maybe I'll pop in a movie, maybe I'll start playing a few games, I don't know. But yeah, I'm totally exhausted, and I hope you enjoyed this little video. Yeah. Well, this year's Spiel was, as always, an amazing experience. We had so much fun, even though it was quite exhausting, especially Thursday. Living that far away from the fair wasn't ideal either. We originally had an apartment in Essen booked early in the year, but it was cancelled a few months later and we had a hard time finding another one. Still, despite all of that, Spiel was absolutely worth it, just like every year. I met so many great people, designers, publishers and friends I only get to see once a year. And it's incredible how this fair brings people together, just like board gaming itself does. It's a wonderful hobby and community, and I'm always grateful to be part of it. Even though it's a lot of work and yes, quite financially draining every year, it's always worth it to bring all of these experiences back to you, my audience. Thank you all so much for your continued support. It truly means the world to me. Your kind messages, your comments, your likes and shares, that's what keeps me going and gives me the motivation to continue creating content next to my full-time job. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I'm infinitely grateful for all of you. And with that, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in my very next video. Take care everyone, stay safe, and cheers.